Every year, the graduating class votes for the Professor of the Year. For the fourth consecutive year, Professor Patrick Goodman has won this award. Having actually had Professor Goodman as a teacher, I can see why 4 different graduating classes chose him. His passion for teaching was apparent to me when he brought a plastic dead hand to a lecture on wills. The image of Professor Goodman walking around the room with the dead hand is forever seared into my memory. As a result, I will have no trouble remembering to consider the impact of the dead hand if it's tested on the bar exam. Thank you, Professor Goodman, for making wills and trusts so memorable for me.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Lane. Dean Rachel Moran, Secretary Solis, parents, faculty, and most of all, the members of the class of 2013. This day is about you and celebrating your amazing accomplishments. So to take time out of your day to give me this award is truly an honor, and I thank you for it. I also want to thank my wife, Samantha, and my sons, Benjamin and Max. I see you guys way out there who are here today and so supportive of me and my work. And also, I see my parents, Michael and Claudine, also out there today. Thanks for coming. Receiving an award like this, as great as it is really a distant second to how rewarding it's been for me to work with such fine and dedicated students. You are truly among the very best our society has to offer. The hard work that brought you this far really is a gift for the rest of us and for our community. Your friends and family here today already knew you were something special before you came to law school. But now, with your law school years coming to a close, the rest of the world is about to find out as well. Teaching at this school with these students is a privilege. But there's something about the way people sometimes talk about upcoming generations that I think constitutes a serious fallacy in thinking. The newest generation is always somehow deficient, or less resourceful, or less accomplished than prior generations, or unable to cope with the challenges of the time. I remember, and you might as well, hearing many of my high school teachers complaining how kids aren't what they used to be. The baby boomers said it about the Gen Xers. The Gen Xers said it about the Gen Yers. They may have been right about them, by the way. And now cultural writers are saying it about this generation, whom they've dubbed the millennials. This week's cover of Time magazine, which I brought an exhibit, it's not a dead hand, but it's something. This week's cover of Time magazine says, and I quote, "Millennials are lazy, entitled narcissists who still live with their parents." End quote. That's the cover of Time magazine. I think this is the right place and time for me to say that I wish this variety of tired cultural observation, timed usually, by the way, to coincide with commencement ceremonies, would just go away. This is the end of my 12th year of teaching, which is not such a long time, but a lot has happened in our world during that time. Among many other things, 2 wars have been and are being fought for us by this same millennial generation. And an economy is slowly recovering from collapse for reasons not caused by this millennial generation. These are not events of the distant past. Instead, these constitute some of the formative events of your years as young adults. In many important ways, you have it tougher than some of us just slightly older than you did, and you've been burdened with challenges not of your making, but with which you must contend. And what I've seen over the last 12 years at UCLA, and I'm happy to say more in the class of 2013 than any other year, is something very different than this kind of thing up here. And I'm sure many of my colleagues would agree. You guys are tougher than we were. You are more focused than we were. You are more pragmatic than we were. You are more just towards others than we were. You are more kind to each other than we were. You are more interested in equality of opportunity for all than we were. You are more ready to fight for what you believe in than we were. You eat healthier foods and more sustainable foods than we did. You don't need a landline in order to talk to someone like most of us still do. For nearly half a century, Americans have struggled to find a use for the hashtag symbol, and you've solved that problem for the entire world. You have more character than we did. And in my opinion, it's because of you, the class of 2013, and what you believe in, and what you will be fighting for as lawyers, that things are getting better and will continue to get better. We have you to thank. So to receive a teaching award from this group of new professionals, the class of 2013, is a great privilege. So to all of you, congratulations. I'm truly humbled that I can be a part of your day, and I thank you so very much for this great honor. Thank you very much. Thank you. Congratulations.
I got it's my honor to present you with the award, Professor of the Year. You can add it to your collection. So,
Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you.
Now for our first act as alumni, well, almost alumni. The class of 2013 would like to present our class gift to the UCLA School of Law. Nearly half of our class has contributed, and we have raised almost $20,000 so far. Dean Moran has generously agreed to match the total we raise by the time the campaign closes on June 30th. This year, students were able to choose from 11 funds to which they could direct their gift. At present, the 3 funds in the lead are scholarships, the Public Interest Law Program, and LLM program support. By the way, I've always wanted to present one of these giant checks, so this is like really cool.
First of all, Lane, I did want to thank you for that generous class gift. I'm so excited that my voice has been miraculously restored. So let me now begin with the part of the ceremony where we confer the hoods on the LLMs. And to help me in this happy task, I want to invite Laura Stemple, Patrick Goodman, Vic Telesino, and Pepe Tan up here to prepare. Thank you.
Matthew Mazims.
Kavita Salvaraja Satipane.
Yurisa Mizutani.
Lauren Elizabeth O'Neill.
Yuki Yoshida.
Masahiro Ensaw.
Yifat Koren Daan and her daughter Yali.
Taiju Yamazaki.
Priyanka Avinash Kelkar.
Jungho Sun.
Lydia Ribka Anna Pangao.
Masanari Yashiro.
Ilana Brifel Levy.
Yuki Yokomori.
Jan Madri.
Ises Conceso.
Kyung-hoon Kim.
Marcel Ish.
Afi.
Casper Jen Scudi.
Chayapit Kuntavorn.
Pascal Eric Rudy.
Kulawan Sujitna Pitsatam.
Edgar Cascan Blanco. Paul Nagler.
Keiichiro Ichikawa.
Eric Nordefelt. Martin Rudbeck Nielsen.
Shinpei Kawakami.
Thomas Kruger.
Masaya Ishibashi.
Godfrey Ganga Ude. Tae-ho Kim.
Alicia Ann Kemp.
Sergio Rodan Guerra.
Anne Petrine Clausen.
Chiraryu Chandani. Thank you.
Galina Epifanova.
Alexander Lang.
Aida Shadirova.
Alberto Recchia.
Maricela Gomez de Matos Moreno.
Agustin Bunge.
Bahar T. Ansari.
Diego Grueso. Alexandre Osti.
Brian Jeffrey Link.
Hassan Al-Suwaidi. Noor Bandar Al-Saud.
Jacqueline Page Friedman.
Sipan Oanien.
Audrey Ann Benwalid.
Athanasios Orestes Simudis. Jack Kennedy.
Lydia Fernandez.
Tony Young. Fu Pengyuan.
Natalia De La Parra.
Qin Ruoxi.
Elise Alouche.
卞荣竹。夏元。
Aurélie El Ercoli.
Cheng Zhang.
Ezgi Tali.
江花。Ayjan Irgaliyeva.
Raquel Nachmias.
Oleg Volkov.
Natalia Garcia Munoz.
Jennifer Ann Elmore. Gao Ya.
Jennifer Christine Villanueva Ganata.
Wang Nan.
Arya Raje.
He Ying.
Angeline Smirnov.
Fan Jiayu. Fan Qingwei.
Ahana Merotra. Vidushi Agrawal. Fiammetta Simona Piazza. Jenna Frederica Nurmio. Rodrigo Bustamante. Tatiana Ivanova Pavlova Coleman and her son Alexander. Saurabh Mehta. Romaine Martinez. Mariano Grondona. Amy Kate Hindle. Teresa Vargas Valdez. Francisco Abimael Hernandez.